Hey everybody, welcome back to Super Mario World. It is Throwback Thursday, which means we are going to play some Mario. So when we last left off, we were heading to some of my favorite stages in the game. You need a Yoshi for this one. Luigi doesn't have one with him, so instead we're going to head to the other stage. At least let's see how we fare over there. As you can see, the whole overlay of the map has changed since we beat all the special zone stages, so we got the fall theme, which changes the colors and enemies of the game. Yeah, let's head to this stage. Even though I think we might benefit from a Yoshi here too. I actually have to play Spider-Man 2 after this, so I'm gonna try to get as much done as possible. I'm probably gonna save the Chocolate Island stages for next time because I actually do need to print out the guides for those, because there's one stage there that has like 8 different exits, and it all depends on the coins you collect and the amount of time that's left on the clock. So I gotta look that up and see which times and which combination of coins gives you all the different stages where you can leave, because there's 8 different exit points or something like that. And I do not know all that stuff off the top of my head, so I'm gonna have to look that up for next time. So instead we're just gonna focus on the more simple stages over here. This one's not too bad. I thought we were gonna need a Yoshi, but no, I think it's the other one that's really kind of difficult. The one after this. So it is just a few days until Super Mario RPG comes out. I'm really looking forward to that game, because I have never played that game ever. It's on here on the Super NES Mini, but I have not played it at all. All I know from it is that it has an evil spike collar blue Yoshi named Boshi, who's actually one of my favorite characters ever. Even though I haven't played the game, I've seen him enough times. The plush of that character actually goes for like hundreds of dollars on eBay if you have one. It was very limited and only made in Japan. That's the only place they distribute it. So that plush is actually worth a lot of money if you have one lying around. Like I said in another video, since we don't get a lot of stuff, we don't get a lot of the cool stuff that Japan does, you pretty much have to make your own sometimes. So there are guides online showing you exactly how to make a plush version of Yoshi, or Boshi as he's called. And that actually comes from a bad Yoshi. That's what his name is short for. Just like the whole Wa part of Waluigi and Wario is actually the Japanese word for bad combined with their names. So you get Wario and Waluigi, aka Bad Mario and Bad Luigi. I think I might want to get a Yoshi for Luigi too, because in order to do this stage properly, you kind of have to dump Yoshi at the end, which I'm not going to do if I get a blue one here, since we're going to take the shortcut. So I think I might just go back and get one with Luigi and do the stage here. So you get the wings, so why are we going to throw away a blue Yoshi that's a lot more useful on the other stages? So, and if you want to avoid these if you want to avoid all these enemies, you don't have to get all the coins if you want. If you just dip down below the stage, you can easily avoid them and you'll still get credit for completing the stage. So it is not mandatory, since there are a lot of them here. Yeah, it might be safer to just dip out. See, you get credit for doing it, but there's an extra secret exit that you have to do. So let's go do that over here, because I think Blue Yoshi might actually suit us more on the top stage. There's a lot of enemies in that stage, so I think that one might be a bit better to use them on than trying to go the normal route. So let's get one from over here. This one doesn't need to be blue, it can be any other color. We just need a Yoshi to ditch. You know, we just need to ditch him so we can get under the stage completion bar. Technically, I think you can do the stage if you use the cape to fly under, but it is really tricky. It is extremely difficult to maneuver that cape, especially under such narrow conditions. It is not something you want to attempt lightly, so it's easier to just ditch Yoshi and go right under it. And this will actually take us to Soda Lake, which is one of the, pretty much the only appearance in the game of Torpedo Ted. That's the only place you see him in. That's the giant black box with the hand that it has a skull symbol and it keeps shooting out missiles. That's the only place you pretty much see that guy in Soda Lake. Otherwise, he's completely absent from the game. So it was one of those enemies that early on when I first bought this game, because I hadn't completed all the way through, you know, like the game was pretty much done. So I never went to that stage, so I had no idea where that guy was when I always saw him at the end, Torpedo Ted. I was always wondering where is he in the game. I never seen him, and it turns out he was in Soda Lake. We just hadn't gotten the secret exit to access that stage. So you can just fly by all this crap with Yoshi right there. Now we have to do another running jump, and we can just fly past all that too. Just head right past it. And if you time it correctly, he'll always bounce underneath that, so you don't have to worry about getting hit. His shoes just bounce right off. Sorry, Yoshi, you gotta go over here. Go back in your egg. And we get 3 lives just for doing that. Gotta keep an eye on the time. I don't want to start Spider-Man 2 too late. I want to have at least like an hour and a half to play it. I was also going to say this is one of the hardest stages in the game. If you don't know how to navigate underwater and avoid all those different enemies, it is extremely hard to get past that stage, because Torpedo Ted is pretty much everywhere. There's tons and tons of those boxes just launching giant missiles at you. I don't think he's ever returned, right? Like, obviously the bullet bills are a staple of Mario games, but I don't think Torpedo Ted himself has ever returned, right? If he has, let me know in what games you've seen him in. So let's go over here and do this one. Oh yeah, if we can get a shell and bypass all this crap, we absolutely should. Gotta be careful not to lose Yoshi though. There we go. Yeah, this is a stage where it's best bypassed. You do not want to linger too long in this stage. You want to get rid of some of those so you can just keep flying, because the blue shell will run out eventually, or the blue shell effect will run out eventually. And you can see some of these guys are really high up, so you still gotta be careful. We also ran into one right there. God damn, we lost Yoshi already. See, it is this stage is actually extremely difficult to deal with because of all the enemies here. Good thing is we made it to the end, basically. But yeah, it is best to just skip this entire stage. Just skip it with a Yoshi and just fly past all that crap, because it can be hell to get through all that for so many flying Koopas, so just skip it. Just use Yoshi and skip past that stage. There we go, we're already at the fortress. But I don't want to do it until I do this stage, so... Yeah, I could not beat this stage easily when I was a kid, really young. Like, that stage, they throw so many enemies at you here. It is really difficult unless you've mastered the game. Yeah, see, there's tons and tons of Torpedo Ted. Like I said, I believe this is the only game I've seen him in. You also gotta be careful because there's places there where you have to dip really low in order to avoid the torpedoes. So I'm not even bothering to get like the Yoshi coins. It's just not worth it. You see, there's so many fish and there's so many torpedoes. It's just, if you stop to get all the coins, you're just gonna get screwed. So, and you cannot touch those torpedoes for whatever reason. They will harm you. You also can't go too low to the ground. The way you avoid it is you always have to keep Luigi or Mario's hat visible. There, that was a screw up right there. Just let it go at that point. Let the flower go because there's no point in risking it. Yeah, you always have to keep his hat above the water. If you see it dip below and you can't keep track of the character, you're just gonna get pulled down and lose. So you always have to keep the tip of his hat visible above the line above the line below the stage at all times. Otherwise, you're just gonna get sucked down. So there we go. We completed that star. So now let's go doing this one. I believe that stage is one of my favorite. I believe that's Cookie Mountain, where you have tons and tons of moles. Not the giant ones though. I think we don't see the giant ones until we get to Bowser's Valley. Yep, it is Cookie Mountain. Yoshi's also extremely valuable there too, but I don't remember if they give you one or not. If you have the blue one, you could just eat a shell and bypass a lot of this crap. That's also where you first see these guys that we saw in the special zone. If you don't do those stages first, this is where you first meet them. They can be annoying with the way they throw the little thunder under there. So you can just throw this shell and normally it's a Koopa shell, but now it's changed to a mask. You can just throw it right there and it'll take out all the moles. See if we can get up there. Oh, come on. I think we have to do it from below. I don't think it's a good idea to do it from the top. Oh, now this is something you kind of want to avoid if you don't have to do it. Because you have this giant puffer fish here and he will kill you if you touch him at all. So that's something you kind of want to avoid going down there. I forgot that pipe was there. Oh yeah, and you just come up over all the way up here. So it's kind of a trap because it doesn't really give you anything useful. There's absolutely no point in going down there. Oh, here's Yoshi. We don't have a cape though, so just has to eat everything. Where'd he go? Huh. Ah, I think he went off the ledge. Damn, we can't get that either. Just got to make do without it. So we gotta kill this guy before he stomps his foot. Yeah, you don't want that guy to spawn two different ones. I always wonder, is he multiplying or are they just three? Or do they just have two hiding behind the front one? Or is he actually splitting himself in like three different ones? This is actually my favorite of the Koopa kids to beat here because Ludwig, aside from him being named after Beethoven, he's the easiest to beat and he looks cool. So this is always my favorite of the kids here. You know, he's got a cool look to him, but it's also pretty easy to beat. Very unstressful fight compared to say like Wendy O, who can give you some trouble because she's pretty much the same as Lemmy. So she has the fireball circling around in her little area at the end. So it can be a bit challenging to hit it if you don't have anything left. If you only have the if all you have is just if all you have is just the small Mario or Luigi, it can be a pain. I believe there should be some lives over here. Let me double check just in case. Oh no, there's nothing. That sucks. Oh yeah, because it's the ghost house that has the lives. It's not this. I completely confused it. There's another ghost house. I don't know if it's the one in the forest or it's the one in chocolate. The chocolate area that has a ceiling like that. You can go up and get some lives. Yesterday was a decent day. Won $139. Could have won more, but unfortunately I made a mistake. I forgot. I had a parlay that lost just only a few minutes ago. Two of them actually. I forgot. You absolutely have to put the whole. It was on basketball, so you absolutely have to put the under and the over on the score. Since the teams haven't been playing well, I went strictly with the under for both, and they went into overtime and scored a huge amount of points. So there goes that bit of profit. You absolutely, no matter what, if you include a total in any combination when you're betting in sports, doesn't matter, football, baseball, whatever, you absolutely have to include one over the score and one under the score, or else you will get screwed a lot of times. Like what happened just now. Every other leg of the parlay hit except for that. Because again, the teams were playing they were kind of playing like crap, so I just went with the advice that all the analysts were giving. That was oh, just bet the under, because you know, they're playing like crap. They're not exactly doing anything, but that was a mistake. Oh, come on, that sucks. We should not try to go over there. I thought there was a flower over there, but no, there was nothing there. That sucks. I wanted to do it with Luigi. Now I have to start all over again with Mario. He's got nothing. What he really should have done is just go on and gotten a cape. Because the cape's the only thing that can kill those dry bones permanently. Otherwise you just stun them. And it's a lot easier to just avoid them if you can just swipe them with the cape. It's gonna be empty since Luigi took all the lives. Yep. 3, 4. Oh, you got one measly life. That's all they left for Mario. It might be better to climb up and forget about the flower or the cape. I'm pretty sure there is one somewhere around here, but I don't know where it is. Is it over here? Oh yeah, it is over here, so we completely bypassed it. That sucks. Yeah, just avoid all these guys. Just keep climbing. Don't bother taking them out. They're not worth it. So who's ready for Super Mario RPG? I saw someone play Paper Mario. I really like that a lot. 1,000 Year Door. So I'm looking forward to seeing how the original Mario RPG is like. See this guy? I like that he has a cool look. He's the only one that does this attack too. This is kind of like the attack from Super Mario Bros. 3. And he has that fun boing sound too. Sounds like a spring. He just looks really cool. And it's a very mellow fight. Someone used to say that sounds a bit like a cat. Whenever they kind of like zip out of his existence there. I guess I can agree, it does sound kind of like a cat. Took off like a rocket. Now it's got a giant band-aid on it. Ludwig van Koopa's days of composing Koopa symphonies in Castle Number 4 are over. The forest of illusion lies ahead, where everyone must use his brain to solve the puzzle of this perplexing forest. Thing is, then you always wanted to go over to that hill, but they didn't put a stage there. They should have put a stage on that hill. Now you're gonna see what I mean here when I said in the very first video that there's a couple minor gripes I have with this game, and you're gonna see one coming up real soon after we do some of these stages. It's right around that middle portion of the area there. You're gonna see exactly what I mean. But for now, let's concentrate on these stages. I hope it's good. I've never heard anything but good games about that. I've never heard anything but good things about that game, Super Mario RPG. Like, I have it here, but I kind of wanted my first playthrough to be the remastered version or the remake version, because it's gonna look all great with the new hardware. So let's take that with us in case we need it. Ah, damn, we missed it. I think you really need a cape for that. Yeah, I think you need a cape for that in order to get that life. Oh, I did not mean to do that at all. I wanted to get the star, because with the star we can actually bypass some of this crap. But you know, let's get the key. There we go. Yeah, if you get the star, that's a really good place to get a lot of lives. If you need a lot of lives quickly, you can get like 12 of them there just doing the regular stage. So we're gonna do it with Mario now. But you wanna make sure you have either Yoshi or a flower, because you need to bypass the effect of the cape. That's perfect right there. We're gonna stick with the cape for now, but then we're gonna switch once we get to that part, because you want to make sure you can move very quickly and the cape kind of drags you down. There you go. So you have Yoshi, so all we do is when we get to that point, we just change him to the flower. Yeah, you have to hit it like this. There you go, that's how you get it, with using the cape to slow yourself down. Or else just timing it really right. Yeah, skip that. Let's get the flower. And then you wanna grab the power star. There we go. See, lots of different enemies all here to give you lives. So see, 1, 2, 3, 4. And they stack too. Look at all these lives. And you can take out this fool right over here too, so that's pretty useful. There we go, look at all the lives. Look at all those lives. We went from what, like 63 to 80 or something like that? Because they do stack, so some of them will give you 2 lives. Yeah, if you're really lacking in 1-ups and you need some extra lives, you go to that stage. And you just use the star to rack up a whole bunch of them. So he's gonna head off on his own path right there. That actually leads to the blue switch, which is the final switch that you have to unlock in the game. Oh yeah, here it is. Here's the one where you can get an extra life if you go up top. You don't see it there, but it is there. Yeah, it's you have to go through each of the exits in order to have it count. So one of the exits is just a plain exit. It doesn't really go anywhere. I wonder what those are, the Eries. Like, obviously they're a type of boo, but I wonder where do they actually come from? Yeah, so you're gonna go through this door. Once you get to the end, oh come on. Once you get to the end, yeah, that's not worth it. It's not worth it because you're gonna lose the mushroom and you're not gonna be able to get the flower either. Now this one on the other hand, we can get this one. You want to go over here. You do not want to touch that door for any reason. That's not an exit. It's over here. See, now you're on top of the little maze right here. And one door just circles back to the same stage. It doesn't go anywhere. I believe the second one, you have to go to the first one to fully clear the stage. But we can go to this one too. It'll give us an extra power up. You see? There's the little moon right there for 3 lives. I wonder if that's supposed to be a reference to Super Mario Land 2. Where you had 2 actual stages and the boss on the moon. See if we can get it this time. Damn. It really does rely on luck. You gotta make sure that you gotta be fortunate enough to get the right symbol in the middle. Because I've noticed a lot of the time that you end up getting the flower instead of the mushroom or the star. So if you get the flower in the middle, it's pretty easy. If you get the star, it's really difficult to actually get the full 8 lives. See, that just goes back to where you were. It doesn't really go anywhere. So now I gotta go back and do the first stage. I mean the first exit in the stage. These things are a pain. Yoshi can't eat them, obviously, because they're all spiky. You can't kill them. I think only the Power Star kills them, but I don't think you get one here, so... These are a pain to deal with, for sure. And there's so many fish, too. Those green-colored fish just remind me of, the mutated fish from The Simpsons, Blinky. You remember that? The 3-eyed fish? That's what it reminds me of. It was in the toxic water that was produced by Mr. Burns' factory. Or his power plant, rather, his nuclear power plant. Remember Blinky? Burns had contaminated the whole lake. I mean the whole river. He contaminated the whole river, so the fish were growing with 3 eyes. Didn't they challenge him to actually eat one of those fish and he just spit it out because it tasted horrible? Because he kept saying it was still healthy, it was still safe to consume, and then it just it tasted horrible. He just spit it out. Didn't they have a section like that? I think we might have gone the wrong way for the key. I'm not really sure. We might have to go to the regular exit. So I think we went the wrong way. I always forget where that key is over here. Oh no, I think it might be down here instead. Let's see. Still gotta go back and finish Mario Wonder. I think I'm only like a quarter of the way through the game. Maybe not even that. There's the key. Which leads to the blue switch to activate the blue boxes. There it is. It was so difficult to find those switches during my first playthrough. Since they were already done, I didn't really have a clue where to find them. It wasn't like now where you have the whole internet. You can just look anything up instantly and find like 10 or 20 different guides for it. We didn't have that back then. Especially if you didn't have a computer at home, which I did not at the time. I only got a computer much later, and it still wasn't much of a computer anyway. I've had to upgrade my computer multiple times over the years. Because some of them were pretty crappy, but it was all we could afford. And it was all that was available at the time, you know. That was back when you would order computers from shady catalogs that you got in the mail. Sometimes they were pretty good and other times they were crap. More than a couple of the ones we got were crap, but we made use of them. We made do with what we had, but I still had to go to the library once or twice a week to use their computer and their printer, especially if I needed something for school or just to look up stuff. We had to go over to their computer. That was one vital service libraries provided back then, letting kids have access to computers, which a lot of parents did not have them at the time in the early 90s, so that was a pretty good service that they did, providing access to them so you could actually go and get your work done. Alright, let's do the switch. want to take out these two. You want to hit this here. And you want to hit this. So you can go get all the silver coins up here and it'll give you 2 extra lives. Oh, I gave you 1 extra life. Oh no, there's the second one. It was a bit delayed. And this is the very last switch, so we no longer have to worry about any of these. And you get a ton of extra coins too. The switches are fun to do. I wish they put more of them. I wish we'd see them more in Mario games. They're pretty fun to do. I wish they had done more than just one Mario World game for the Super NES, because they did Yoshi's Island, but that's so drastically different. I don't really count it as Super Mario World 2, no matter what the title says. Yeah, the title says 2, but it's just such a drastically different game. And such an annoying game in some respects with baby Mario and his squealing that is nothing like this at all. I've heard people say it's a masterpiece. I guess from a design standpoint, I agree. But for me, it's just not very fun to play sometimes. You know, it's just annoying. You want to avoid touching that if you can. Yeah, we took out the blue one. We needed that guy. See if he comes. Maybe he comes back. Because then we can just fly right over him. Oh nope, he's gone. We screwed that up. Yeah, if you touch that, he's gonna start throwing spiny shells. That's to lure you in with that fishing pole. There we go, now we can ride the little cloud with Yoshi. Or at least we could if we could actually time it right. But we got rid of him, that's all that matters. There's gotta be another one coming up soon. Man, Lucky 2 or Lakitu is really annoying in Mario Kart 8. Sometimes he takes forever to put you back on the stage where you fall. So you end up falling off a stage and then it'll take him like 5 minutes to put you back on the ledge. And sometimes he'll put you back way farther from where you fell. It's like, why are you putting me back like 20 extra feet? Cheating scumbag. Right, we killed that guy. Let's do this here. I believe that's bonus area. I think so. Let's see. No, that's the key to the alternate stage. Yeah, now that we're closer to the end of the game, these stages fly by really quickly. A lot of them aren't really long at all and they have shortcuts. So let's go do let's go do the water stage properly this time. And we're close to a bonus game too. We have 82 stars, so we're almost there. Maybe we can get it with Mario. I don't know if we'll get one. I don't know if we'll get the full 8 lives during this playthrough, but might as well try, right? Yoshi can actually eat those blocks if you activate them with Mario, but there's no point because you have to get off. You have to get off Yoshi in order to activate them, so it's just a waste of time. But he can eat them. Because you saw the little Yoshis eat the blocks to become big. If you can't eat enough enemies, you can also eat the blocks. I guess this was before Yoshi was fully tamed, that's why he panics and starts running like a crazy horse whenever he gets touched. And Mario's not on him. I always forget, does he run away in the new Super Mario games, like New Super Mario Bros. Wii and... I don't think he's in Mario Wonder, right? I think you have to select I think you can select them to play, obviously, but I don't... Is he in Mario Wonder? I completely forgot already. And here's this guy whistling, trying to lure you down here so the fish can ambush you. Yeah, I forgot. Is he in Super Mario Wonder? To ride? I know you can play as him, and that thief character they added too. What is his name? What is his name? Nabbit? I know you can play as them, but I completely forgot if you can ride them or not. Guess gotta go back and check it out. So there's still one more stage here, so we're not gonna do that this one just yet. We're gonna go over here and do the extra stage. Let's get rid of that block. There we go. We can just completely bypass this jerk. Or stomp on him like that and eliminate him for good. That was a really useful item in Mario Brothers 3, the way you would have the power sign that would let you bypass pretty much the whole stage. It just activated flight mode and you could just keep on flying over enemies in the area forever. That was a pretty good item. As perfect as this game is in most respects, I do miss having access to more than one item. For situations like this where you just screw up and you need an extra item, I do miss that. Because goddamn, this guy's annoying. There you go. Now we can ride the cloud with his little happy face right there. You think they made those clouds themselves, or do they get it from somewhere? Are they manufactured, or is that something they generate themselves by letting off hot air? If you know what I mean. We are cutting it close. It's 2:06 a.m. I have a few minutes until I have to start Spider-Man. Let's see how far we can get. See that area right there? You see that crossroads? That's where I've always said, and someone else has always said, they could have done another top secret area to get Yoshi right there instead of just leaving it blank. Because what's the point of having a crossroads right there if it's just blank? You know, you could have put something there. This is another one where it's also really good to have the cape, because there's so many bubbles there that you want to clear all these enemies and then just go flying, because there's so many bubbles there. There's so many freaking enemies. It's just really difficult to avoid. Oh damn! And we had a blue shell right there. We had a blue shell. We screwed it up. So many bubble enemies. And if you touch these, they'll screw you up, because then you'll lose the flower. You get a mushroom instead, which is not nearly as useful. Did you like how King Bomb was at Bowser's wedding in the Mario movie? We'd never seen him through the whole movie until that moment as a guest, and then he just exploded when Peach accidentally triggered him. So what happens to the king then once that one explodes? Like, does somebody else get elevated to be the bomb king, basically? Like, what actually happens to those guys once they explode, you know? Does someone else just become the king in his place, pretty much? God damn. Let's take these guys out. There we go, so we can get back our Yoshi. Alright, let's see if we can get it this time. We have more than enough, so let's see if we can get the full 8 lives. Yeah, like, can any bomb pretty much become the king, or is it just like he always respawns somehow, or reconstructs himself? Like, what exactly happens there if he gets blown up? Who becomes a new bomb king? Alright, now we got a mushroom. Let's see if we can time it right. Oh, damn, the star ruined it. Crap. You gotta time it just right. We only got one measly life. I think I've only gotten 8 lives, only like a very few times in all like the 25 or 30 years I've been playing this. This is very hard to get. See if there's circles around back to the ghost house. Like, what's even the point of that? They could have easily done a fortress there, but they chose not to. I mean, or a top secret area with Yoshi there. They could have done it right there, and instead they chose to do nothing with it. Like, that always seemed like an oversight. Like, I guess if you thinking you're gonna get something there, and then you're unpleasantly surprised when there's nothing there. But it just seems like a waste to have an empty spot where you could have had a top secret area there and just have minimal, you know, have minimal usage of resources. You know, just put something quick and easy there that you can get another Yoshi and another cape, because it does become bothersome going back and forth between Donut Land and this to get another Yoshi and cape, or another Yoshi and fire flower or mushroom. You know, it's just, they could have done something with that area easily, just to eliminate one of the more annoying stages, you know. And then like maybe that ice stage from the special zone, maybe just eliminate that and use up the resources to have a special area there for Yoshi instead. They could have come up with something better than what they did, just leaving the damn thing blank, because that just makes no sense. It just looks bad. You have all those stages at all those juncture points, and none of them, you know, that area has nothing. I think there is a way to get over there and get those 3 coins behind them, or whatever those items were, but I completely forgot what it was. I haven't done that in years. I think there is a way to bypass the bar and get over them. So now Luigi's heading over to the fortress. I think with Mario we're gonna keep going with the regular stages. So we already did all of those. See, it just goes back and forth. They could have easily put something there. We gotta get the key. It is somewhere around here. It is somewhere around here. We gotta make sure we don't god damn. Oh yeah, we don't have the cape. Give that cape. Gotta make sure we don't kill the blue mushroom guy. I mean the blue shell mask, whatever. There we go. We can just bypass all of this crap. There's no point in activating the safe spot. Like we the midway point. Since we're trying to find the key anyway, there's no point in activating the midway point. Let's take care of that guy. I believe it's this one. Let's see. Yep, there it is. There it is right there. First you just break open the blocks. Have Yoshi swallow this key. There you go. Easy, huh? Okay, so we are really cutting it close, but I can go a couple extra minutes now. Let's just finish out the fortress. Let's see. Whoever does the fortress or the castle first will save, you know. Oh, this is one of those slow ones. I believe this is the one where you have to fly an extra distance to get certain certain lives. I think there's like extra lives at the end, and you have to fly there, but the problem is it is really difficult to avoid the enemies on your way, so it's easier to just ignore them. There should be some videos on YouTube that show you how to do it. I did it once, I believe. I did it exactly once. I flew over there and managed to get over there and get the extra lives without getting hit by all the enemies coming from the lava, but it's hard because there are those little bursts of lava that shoot up, and it's a very long way to fly, so yeah, I think I'm gonna save after this because the castle for this area is no joke. Like, it does demand some real effort. So see, they was supposed to give you a cape over there. I don't know why they didn't give you one. Or maybe it's another box. Let's see. Maybe it's a different box that you need. God damn. Screwing up. You don't want to jump too soon or you get hit by those burn things. God damn it. Ugh. Yeah, so we're not even gonna be able to attempt it because we got no cape. But yeah, you fly past this area and all the way at the end are some extra lives. But the problem is there's also like 3 of those lava blasts, or whatever they're called, in your way, and they can very easily hit you. So it is actually not worth it to try to attempt it. I did it exactly once, and it took me probably like 20 or 25 tries to get it, so it is not easy at all. Yeah, let's eliminate this guy before he kills us. There you go. Another Resident is done and dusted. Yeah, we saved though. We saved already there. You know what, we'll give it one try. We'll give it exactly one try so that we don't have to do the castle next time. If we lose here, we'll just start over we'll start over next section. You know, the next video we'll start with the castle. Because the chocolate area doesn't actually have that many levels. It's just that there's that one level that actually has like 8 different exits. So that's where a lot of your time goes. And then you have Bowser's Valley. And you also have the ship level that has kind of like a little homage to Mario Bros. 3. With the question mark sign that you have to get. This is a problem when you get stuck behind that flame there. That tends to happen. That's a huge problem right there. If you don't time it exactly right, it can be frustrating as hell. I hate these things, and there's actually a longer one in the chocolate area. With Wendy's Castle, there's one of these that's the repeating blocks are a bit longer and it's a lot tougher to get past it, so I hate these two particular castles. There we go, we reached the end, thankfully. Wanna be careful, they do fire fireballs at you. And you don't want to get hit by that one. There you go, just like that, we got hit. Okay, this one's not too bad. This one's Roy. He's got his little sunglasses there. I always thought his hair was blue when I first saw him when I was really young. It took me a while to realize. I think it's just a sprite. His hair is supposed to be black, but it's shaded like it's blue. I guess it's supposed to be the gel in his hair combined with the glasses, but I always thought his hair was blue. Oh, this is where Mario gets blown up. And somehow doesn't die miraculously. You'd think that castle crumbling on top of him would kill him off, but apparently not. I guess he stood just slightly outside of the explosive range did. Like Angus Scrimm did that stunt in Phantasm 2 where he was standing like meters away from a house that they literally exploded. Like, it wasn't a special effect. They literally bought a house that was going to be condemned and was going to be paved over by the state. They bought it for that one scene. They rigged it with explosives and then they blew up the entire house, and Angus was standing so close. And they hadn't planned it that way, but he happened to be standing so close that they thought it was going to blow him up. And the crazy thing is, and this is why Don Coscarelli was really impressed with him, he did not flinch at all. Imagine that, being like 20 feet away from a gigantic exploding house. A literal actual explosion, not a special effect. Like, they literally blew up the house up with explosives. Imagine standing meters away and you don't even flinch, and the man is like 67 years old. That man had nerves of steel. Yeah, that was one of the more awesome, cooler stories I've ever heard on a commentary track. Like, and you can see it in the movie. They only had one take, so they had to get it right, and I guess he knew that, so he did not flinch at all, even though he was literally meters away from death. Like, if he'd have been any closer to that house, the heat that it gave off from that explosion probably would have actually killed him. That's how dangerous that was, and he was just willing to do it for the movie. And I guess since he was old, he didn't give a crap. He was just like, let's go, let's just blow up this house, and I'll stand in front of him. I'll stand in front of it, and you guys film. And he did not flinch at all. Frickin' grade A badass, Angus Scrimm. Mario found his way to the Forest of Illusion and has put an end to Roy Koopa of Castle Number 5. Onward to the dangerous but tasty Chocolate Island. There you go. I was forgetting what it was called. It's Chocolate Island. But before that, we have a ghost house right there. Now, I'll be honest, I actually don't like the Chocolate Island levels that much. They're okay. The one with the multiple exits is a cool concept that I don't see repeated much in either Donkey Kong games or Mario games to that extent. You know, I've seen obviously a lot of Mario levels in the 3D ones or New Super Mario Bros. Wii or Wii U that have multiple exits, but never to that extent where the literal coins that you pick up and the time that you have left affect your progress and which door you get. That is a very cool concept that I've never seen repeated that much in any previous Mario or Donkey Kong games. So that's a cool area to explore. But the other stages are kind of meh. You know, they're kind of meh, kind of mediocre. Compared to some of the ones we've seen so far, like they're okay, but if I'm being honest, you could probably design some better levels on Super Mario Maker or Super Mario Maker 2. Like they're okay, but they're not my favorite part of the game. So we are almost done. I think one more video and that should do it, because like I said, there aren't that many levels here, and then we have Bowser's Valley, and that's all we have left. So we did the top and bottom portions of the Cheese Bridge area and the Butter Bridge area. We did the Forest of Illusion. We did both fortresses, and we did the fortress and the castle, and we unlocked the star. So we are almost done. And after we get done playing Super Mario World next week, we are gonna head over to Donkey Kong Country, which is one of my favorite games of all time ever, and probably one of the, not just one of the best video games on the Super NES, probably one of the best video games of all time. So I greatly look forward to playing it, because I love me some Donkey Kong. But thanks for watching, and I will see you again next time on Super Mario World on the Super NES Mini on Throwback Thursdays, where we play nothing but retro games. See you later.